Hello,
Hello,
good evening everyone.
waiting for the party. Good evening, sir. We will start in a minute, okay? So just wait for a minute, we will start.
Going over सारे? हाँ हुए।
स्टार्ट कर दें। Okay, good evening everyone, and welcome you all to the webinar on Fundamental of Data Science. So as we all know, the world of data science is booming, thus we should always be ahead of the curve. So today we will have the overview on this through this webinar. So we are having with us Mr. Sumit Mittal, who is a leading expert with more than 7 years of experience in IT domain. So sir will be guiding us today on various terms like statistics, data mining, analytics, etc. Now I would like to request sir to take over the further sessions. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, Rahul. First of all, hey everyone. Okay, let's start with the rule. I don't like all those mutes over there. When I ask you for a response, please do respond. That's a request. So, hi everyone. Hi sir. Hey, okay. At least few more responses, please. I can deserve that, right? Again, hi everyone.
Hello sir.
Hi, sir.
Okay, it seems to be. I'm not just talking to my screen. Yeah. Okay, so sorry guys for blocking your time on your Saturday evening. Are you all students? Most of you? Just give me a hands up. You can see an option of raising your hand. Can you please raise your hand to see if you are a student? Okay, 2 hands. Okay. Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry. I think someone removed me from the meeting. Okay, so yeah, I was saying sorry, as I can see most of you are students, so sorry for intervening in your Saturday evening. I still miss those Saturday evenings from my college days. But I would say gaining skill don't need a time, or you don't think of time when you are gaining some skill. Okay. Knowledge is a part which you can get from the college, but skill is something which you cannot directly receive from the college. And for your journey to your professional life, you will need both knowledge and skill. In the current Indian system, like whatever we have in our India, right? This current education system do provide us the knowledge of stuff, but it don't give us proper understanding about the skills, which is actually the requirement on the industry level. I have been working around 7 years in this industry, and this is something which I found is lacking in our Indians, where we don't have the skills to do the job. We have the skill set to, or the knowledge to do the job, but the right skill is missing. Now, if someone may ask you what is the difference between knowledge and skill, you have seen a mechanic, right? A car mechanic. He know every in and out of the car. That's a skill. But he don't know how that works. An engineer know how that car mechanism works. That's a knowledge. But he lacks skill. So to be a good professional, you need both skills and knowledge. So I would thank to ISI India to start this initiative of having these webinars or sessions on data science, which is really a need in today's market. I have experienced this personally in the industry. I have few interns working under me who came from the good colleges, few from the NITs, IITs, but again, they still lack those skills. We have to train them. So I am telling you, if you can continue with this session, I would not say specific to this session, but yeah, if you can continue learning or gaining the skills from external sessions as well as doing the hands-on, that will help you. So that's pretty much boring session about so far. So let's start with the data science lecture for today. Just give me a minute. Let me find the share option. Okay. Please confirm me if you can see my screen.
Yes, sir, I can hear.
Yeah. Okay. And friends, I still want your response. At least yes, no, no sir, yes sir, something, right? I don't want to talk to screen. So apart from, I think that's Amol, right? Apart from Amol, can anyone else see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now I think I can see I can hear few of the mouths or words. So let's start what the data science is. Okay, so I will ask you how do you want me to start. One way is I will just go through these definitions and tell you data science is an interdisciplinary field that uses scientific method, programs, algorithms, system to extract knowledge and insight of noisy, unstructured and structured data and blah blah blah. Or we can just do it an interactive session. How you want me to do it?
So interactive session, because these PPTs we can get on the internet.
Exactly. Even I would say, if not internet, at least if you are a computer science or IT student, you will surely be having some subjects around these, and your teachers will surely be teaching you. And I am pretty sure they are far better than me in teaching these stuff. I can
Yes, sir.
share with you what I have experienced, okay? So in the same process like what I have experienced, I will tell you those terms. I will not be telling you what the definition of data science, what are the different terms and their definition. I will surely be talking about few of the definitions, not the definitions, I would say few of the terms, but I would not be telling you the definitions. But at the end of the session, I would like every one of you to at least draft a definition around data science, not the one which we are looking at the screen, but from the one which you will learn from this session. Okay? Yes, no? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do I have only 2 participants on this meeting? Because I can hear only few. Or I would say specifically 2. Do we have more? Amal, how many participants we have over this course for now?
So there are 19 attendees.
Okay, so apart from these 2 who are talking, anyone else can respond? Anyone there?
Yes, sir. There are total 9 here.
Okay, I can hear you at least. Okay, can I know your name please?
Akash Pandey, sir.
Akash, and there was another girl, right?
Yes, sir.
Who was just speaking. Please, can I please know your name? Hello? Okay, no problem. Okay, Akash, at least I can say your name so that I would think that I am not talking to the screen.
Okay, sir.
Okay, great. So I'm not going to discuss about those confusing and boring sessions about definitions and all. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let's start with the background of the data science. How data science came into picture. Okay.
Okay.
A long time ago, when you were a kid, right? You were hearing those stories from your grandmother, maternal grandmother, and all those, right? Where every time stories start, long time ago there was a king. You remember
Yes.
those times?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this case is not a king, but long time ago, around like sometime 20-25 years ago in the industries, there was a job for a guy to whom they were calling statistician. Okay.
Okay, sir.
What was the responsibility for this guy? What he was doing in that company at that time?
Maybe the collecting data
Good.
about the company.
Okay. What more? Okay. So his key responsibilities were like he was responsible for gathering the data for the company, then cleaning those data, and then applying those statistic methods, whatever he learned from his MBA or BCom or any commercial education, whatever he learned, right? He was applying those data to see, okay, how my company can grow. It was a very good job. He was satisfied. He was earning 20 to 25 per month, and he was very happy in his life. Okay, but then company start growing. With the growth of company, data will also grow, right?
Yes, sir.
You cannot assume that company will not grow, right? If company will grow, then only you will get a great salary. You will get a hike in your salary, right? So with the growing company, data start growing, and as you know, technology is radically changing. So technology change. Let's say if this guy is from India, then US was 10 years ahead of him, and so on. So they have to cope up with the technology. So with the change in the growth and data and improvement in technology, there was another requirement which came was to extract the patterns from the data. If it's a small data, right? Suppose I will say there is just Amol and Akash on this session, right? I could simply say, hey Akash, hey Amol. But
Yes, sir.
if all 19 will be talking, right, I could not call their names, right? Then I have to say some pattern, I have to give them some ranking or something, right? The same way, this guy, statistician, start facing this issue that with the growth of data, he was not able to extract the patterns which these data were having. Okay, so with this, to resolve that issue, there was a term which was evolved, which is called data mining. Now, what is data mining? So that professional took some skill upgradation, or he came to ISI India and say, okay, teach me a few things. Okay, so he got some new sessions from the tutors or professionals, and then he upgraded himself to a data mining specialist. Now his key responsibilities were gathering and cleaning the data set, applying all the statistic method, extracting pattern from the data. Okay.
Okay.
But now another issue arises. Business will not continue working on the same model, right? Models will change, working method will change. So this professional got out of date. Let's say you have phones, right? In your mobiles, you get upgrades time to time, right? If you will not upgrade your phone, you will be lacking on the technology, right? So company said that either upgrade yourself or leave the job. So new models arise, new updates came, new geometrical methods come, which create an issue of performing more accurate forecast. This data mining specialist was able to extract the pattern from the data, but he could not forecast the data that in next 2 months or 5 months, will the sale of my company increase, decrease, what will happen to my company? The data was not accurate. Okay, so to resolve that, there was another term which was evolved, which we call as predictive analysis. This technology now involves tools which will be helping that professional to give the more accurate data. Okay. So the responsibility of this predictive analytics specialist was getting data, applying the methods, extracting the patterns, and performing more accurate forecast. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So with the growth in time and evolving technology, this predictive analysis became the data science. The same term became the data science, and we start calling them data scientist. This is how a data scientist born, I would say. So, can anyone tell me what is the life cycle, or not the life cycle, but the journey of the life of a data scientist, from where it was to where it came? If anyone remember all those professionals post, how it
Okay,
was,
sir.
can you please repeat behind me?
Is that there were statisticians whose job was to collecting the data, and these were for the small companies. Then the technology evolves, then the data increases. So it was hard to collect all the data, means refining the data. So new term evolved, that is data mining. Data mining is extracting the data and drawing the pattern. That was also a post that the person who was doing data mining, and but the problem arises that he cannot forecast the data on the future, that what will be with the growth of the company. So their new term arises, that is predictive analysis. So his job was to that collect the data and forecast the data for the future. What will be the future of that company? What will be the sales or anything that of this company?
Okay. So, let me tell you that these
So
four.
this becomes the data science.
Okay, great. So I was saying that these four need not be the different person. Same person can be a statistician and a data science, and there could be different
But
four different
he has to upgrade himself.
Exactly. It is not always the case that you have to change an employee just because technology got changed. You have to upskill your employees. That's how today's industry is working. Business will never leave their employee behind. With the upgradation of the technology, employee will also have to get upskilled. Same comes in your student life. No matter if you're reading those books, if you are learning or cramming those books, you should be having this correct skill set to grow in your professional life. I'm pretty sure every one of you will get a good job. But after getting a good job, how will you grow? That's something where you need a skill. Okay. I would say like just one session will not be enough for you to gain the skill. It's just a way so that you can start or gain your interest. Okay. So that's why I just gathered a very basic data over here so that at least you can get some interest in data science field if you don't have so far. Okay. So now let's discuss few of the terms of the data science. Although I will not be telling you the definition of this, but let's discuss it for a few minutes at least. So, Akas, can you please repeat or read these 10 words written on that book? Yeah, there is a screen right over there. A few words are written. Data, big data. Can you please read those all?
So only I can see the first page of the PPT, webinar on fundamentals of data science.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir, could you please share the screen again, because for me it's not visible, the PPT.
Amol, is it the same? Shubham? Are you able
Yes,
to
sir. Now it is changed. Now it is changed.
Here, sir. Can you?
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Can you put this on the slideshow mode, sir?
Can you see the slideshow?
No, actually, sir, you need to reshare the slideshow
Okay, let
window.
me reshare. Let
Now
me share my. Hold on. Oh, so you could not see this at all. Okay, then I would say half of my effort are wasted. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir, now it's visible,
You
sir.
can see this. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
sorry friends. I missed. You should have talked.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. See, whenever there is some issue, right? Please interrupt me. Whenever you get some doubt, please stop me over there. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. That's why I was saying let's make it interactive. I was thinking that I'm sharing my slides. See, I just was showing you all these details. I was thinking that you can see it. These are the statistician responsible for okay. So now you can see it, right? There are few words over here.
Yes, sir.
Can you please read those?
Yes, sir. Data, big data, structured data, noisy and unstructured data, database, analysis, analytics.
Okay. Does it seems like we have just combined few data and made a term? Does it look like that?
Yes, sir. It is data and
It
data.
don't look like a term, right? It's just like it's a dictionary word, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But yeah, that's how this jargon works. So if we will see into dictionary, data, big data, if we will just look into a meaning of big and data separately, right, you will be able to see what is the
Yes, sir.
definition of these. Similar way, okay? So let's just discuss
Yes,
these
sir.
one in a bit more detail. What is the data? Just think an image of data in your mind and tell me what you are thinking, what type of data you are thinking at this time. And I need at least 4 responses.
So data means information about anything.
Okay. Anyone else?
Data means detail of a student.
Okay, good. 2 options. Third one. Next one. Anyone else, please? Participants, speak up, please. Speak up. If you will not make it interactive, right, then it will be similar way you are doing it in college.
It can change or retrieve at any time.
Okay. Next. Any at least one more. I was expecting that you will start shouting, but I have to ask you about those. At least 4th one, please. I'm waiting.
So it can be just set of facts or information.
Correct. Basically, data is a set of information. It can be anything. If we are talking on this session, right, today on this webinar, it's also a data. Maybe the backend team is collecting data, what we are talking, how I'm speaking, everything is a data. Whatever you see is a data, whatever you hear is a data, everything is a data. It's just the way how we consider that data. So anything in this world, I would call that as a data. There is no specific definition of data. Like no one can say this is the data and this is not a data. At least in my experience, with that experience, I can say that any information, any set of information, if I am saying hi, that's also a data. If you are saying, if you are not replying to me, that's a data. If you are replying to me with a hi, that's also a data. Everything is a data and everything can be analyzed. Everything what we see here, any set of information is a data. Okay, so if someone will say, hey, give me a definition of data, I would say I cannot do that. Data cannot be defined in a single term or in few words. Again, if we will start defining that, that will also become a data. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So far I received a data that one person agree with my whatever I just said, rest all are disagreeing with my definition of data. That's what I understood. That's also data. Is that true? Just one person agree with my definition of data?
Yes, sir.
Is it true? No problem. So Then next term on that screen was big data. So if we are saying everything is data, then what is big data? Can someone give me an example of big data? If you can think of, I don't want anyone to be accurate, whatever came to their mind, just give me an example of big data. I know I'm going to hear it from Akash itself, but I would like if anyone else can also speak. Just give a thought and just tell me what you are thinking about a big data when you hear this term big data.
So if the data is more, it has got more information, or if it's too complex, then we can define it as big data.
Okay. And there was another person speaking. You can please.
Social media site.
The data that is too large or complex.
Yeah, data is too large and complex, and I think someone said social media data, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else you can think of?
So data that is in the form of structured and unstructured data managed by organization.
Okay. Okay. So let's not go for structured and unstructured till now. We will surely be coming up to that point. But again, big data is something which is very huge. Okay. As someone said, social media, right? On Facebook, Twitter, we can see a lot of data floating over there, right? You can keep scrolling entire day, the data will not finish, right? So it's a huge data over there. Millions of people are accessing, they are uploading their photos, their comments, and millions of stuff is there. It's a huge data. That's why it is called as big data. So again, if we see go for the definition, any set of information which is large in quantity, very large. If we talk about a company, if we just say company sale, right? Company can produce how many data? Like product, million, trillion, that's it, right? They cannot go beyond that in a given year. That still has a limit, right? But if the data do not have any limit, that will become a big data, huge data. Same as we said on social media, it is stored over the huge data, right? We have data which we cannot predict at even. Like the social media sites are installing their servers on regular basis because more they install, more their user base increases. So they have to keep increasing their database, and now with the introduction of cloud, it is very easy for them to expand. And even I heard someone that now they are just not restricting themselves to the cloud. One of the organizations in this world is trying to upload a server in space so that it can be accessed from anywhere in the world through wireless technologies. I know many of you might have heard that, but I'm not going in depth for that. But I'm just telling you that data is growing in such a, like what I would say, exponential growth that we are not able to manage the storage space for that data, at least on this space, on this earth. Okay. So this is a picture over there. It is just showing some random lines, some random dots, right? So I just put over there to show like it would be a huge thing which we cannot even just predict. If we will start counting, right, it will just at least take us 1 hour to count all those dots, right? So this is just a micro picture of big data. Okay. So someone just were talking about the structured and unstructured data. Now I will come to that point. What is unstructured? I'm not saying about the data. What is unstructured? Just think in your mind. Don't tell me. Just think in your mind for a moment. Just think like in your life, in your regular day-to-day life, what is unstructured? What is something which you will call, okay, this is unstructured. And then if you feel comfortable, then tell me that thing.
So it does not have any certain structure, or it's just random.
Yeah, no, I'm not asking for any definition. I'm just asking about something in your life which is unstructured.
Unstructured data means unorganized data means if we plan a day
Over the data. I'm not talking about any data. Let's forget about the data. Yeah, please go ahead.
I'm coming to the point, sir. Structure and structure. If we have a planning of day that what we will I will do in the day, that in the morning what I will do, in the evening what I will do, and if I have planning of these all these things, then it is called structured data. And if I don't have planning, that is unstructured data.
Okay. Okay. Good example. Next. If anyone feel comfortable of sharing his life event where he sees an unstructured. I think there are boys over there, right? I can go to like Almira and see over there. It's completely unstructured, no? I would not say about the girls, but especially for boys, no? There Almira is something which is most unstructured thing, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
At least for me, this is the case. If someone will say, hey, think of something unstructured, then I will, the first thought which came to my mind will be my Almira. But logic is something which is most unstructured. Okay.
And mostly after engineers.
That too who are living in hostels, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So same way, like whatever event we have in our life about unstructured, similar ways about the data, which where we do not have a defined format or pattern. Like by looking at it, you can say, hey, you are a very unstructured guy. Why you are living in this? At least some girls can pull it out. Come to structured data, it's very left out of the record. They will have everything structured, everything will be like in their place, very well maintained. Okay, apart from that, I would say about the data, if I took an example of structured data, you can refer to your phone that I know these days we are not using it, but in past, long time ago, when they were found like this in homes, right? If you will give it to a machine can also read it, because it was having very structured data. On the left side, there was the owner name. On right side, there were the phone numbers. All were having a specific pattern. Like if it's a 5-digit, it will be 5-digit, and no number will be misaligned at all. Those were structured data. You can see your calendar, right? You
Yes, sir.
can have a calendar in home.
They are
Exactly, in diaries.
When
But once
and
you start
ISD and it will be on the structured data.
exactly on first few pages, that's correct. So these are some real life examples of the structured data. I'm not going into depth. I know these days we have mobile phone in our hand and we can see a lot of structured data, even the definition. But I'm just talking about a real life example, because that is something which you will never forget. Then if we say these are the structured data, then what is unstructured? So do you see, like, have you ever recorded anything in your phone, like when calls recording is an option in your phones, right? Most of the people don't do that, but for few they are recording their phone calls. If you will scroll your recordings, will you be able to see any for like pattern? Few calls will be for like 10 seconds, few will be like for 10 minutes, and few calls could go to hours till hours if those are the night calls, especially for the college students. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. They can go for a few hours, right? So you will not see a specific pattern over there. So those are few of the examples of unstructured data. So now let's see a picture over here. So by looking at this picture, you can see, right? See how fine it looks like. Triangles of the same color in a row, then circles, then rectangles or squares. These are on the same row, same type. Everything is very well structured, right? Okay. Then suppose just think of you put this in a truck and then you said, hey, move. Truck start accelerating, and after some time this will be the actual shape of that data, right? In that moving truck. Few of the things will move. Huh? Yeah, after
It will be like some
after.
Yes.
Yeah. So this will be a bit messy, not completely messy I'm saying, but that's why we are calling it semi-structured data. Okay. The third one. Let's give this data to a kid for playing. You go out, you give the data to kid, went out. After 1 hour you came back, you will find the data in this way. Right? the thing will be in its place. That's unstructured data. You cannot define a pattern, right? If you will tell a machine, hey, read this data, machine will say, hey, am I crazy? Do you want me to read this data? This is unstructured data, right? So these are the few important terms I would say. That's why I have just put some more time on this one over here, because structured and unstructured data is something which we will be using in each and every session. I would say every 10 minutes we will at least calling it this term. If this is structured data, unstructured data, or what it is. Okay. So this is an important term you should remember. That's why I tried to correlate these data with your own life. Okay. Okay. Before we proceed for analysis versus analytics, any doubts so far? I know I have not taught you much, but still, if any doubts so far, anyone, please speak up.
No, sir.
No? Am I such a good teacher?
What
No
you
one has
have
any-
taught, sir, I understood properly.
Okay. No, I don't think I am such a good teacher. I have been teaching few professionals in on-job, for giving them on-job training, and whenever I do that right, I get a lot of questions. Hey Sumit, why this, why that? You know, right? At least in IT industry,
Yes,
you
sir.
cannot call anyone sir. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
You have to call everyone by their name. It happened to me once. There was one of my clients. He was almost like 60 odd years, 58, 60 years. It was my starting of the journey. Like I was, I just joined as an intern, and then I got confirmed and so on. So I just called her ma'am, and that was the last time I had called someone a ma'am, and she started shouting on me. What do you think of yourself? Why you're calling a ma'am? Do you think am I so old and so and so? She gave me 20-minute lectures, and after that say, hey, call by my name, Jenny. I said,
Yes, sir. But the
okay.
things change after job, sir. Because in college we were told that you have to call me sir. If we say bhaiya and didi, then they fight back. That why are you saying bhaiya and didi? Call me sir rather than ma'am.
I understand that thing also, but actually that is also a tradition, I would say. Almost 20 years back, right? This tradition was there in the industry that you have to call everyone as sir, no matter if you're senior or junior, right? You have to call them sir or ma'am. That's why college implemented this method that every junior will call their seniors as sir or ma'am. But with time change, industries grown up, they started calling with the names. But you know Indian system, right? They are still following the same.
Yeah.
So that's why they are asking you to call them sir or ma'am, and even most of the industries are still using that jargon. But I would say the grown-up industries or the developed industries, companies, they have stopped calling sir and ma'am. The reason for this evolution is this way you will not feel like someone is senior to you. Okay.
Yeah.
There
And you
is
can ask your doubts properly, means you can interact with them properly.
Exactly. You know, my company director, I call him with name. He's of my grandfather's age. Okay, I call him with his name.
Yeah.
I cannot call him with sir, ma'am, or anything, even if I like to. So I would say that's a good thing. At least it brings up a sense of equality.
Yes.
You will not feel that someone is senior to you, and that's a good thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's why I was saying that they used to say, hey Sumit, I don't get this point. No, I don't agree with this point. And usually that's a big crowd, not big crowd, I would say usually it's 10 to 20 guys over there, and they make it big crowd by shouting, no, you are wrong, no, you are right, and so on. So I was thinking that I am just coming to the students for the first time, I will get a greater response than that. Because once you will start your professional journey, right, after a few years you will start thinking, hey, I should go to college and all that stuff. I still think I should visit at least to my college once. That's still my dream, I would say, after 7 years. I want to go to my college. Okay, but you are in college, so enjoy your life. Let's get back to the topic: analysis versus analytics. Does this term seems similar?
No,
Is
sir.
it? No. To me, it seems very similar. A first capital, then second N, then A and L and Y, ends with S. No,
Yeah,
don't this seems very similar?
yeah,
And let me be very honest. In industries, till date, people are confused with analysis and analytics. My HR usually, like, it's a HR who will post about the job opening. So we will
yeah,
tell them, hey, we need an analyst, and they will say, okay, they will post a job, hey, we need an analytics. Same way, vice versa. We will say, hey, we need an analytics in our team, and they will post for analysis. We need an analysis specialist, and so on. They're still confused, I would say. Okay, so let's just go have a very light view on this. So we were just saying that if analysis and analytics is same, and we were just discussing no, these are not the same. If not the same, then what is the difference between these two? Can anyone please tell me what could be the difference? Don't Google it, don't do anything, just think in your mind.
analysis means research about anything. Means if we are talking about anything, means social. Let's take a word social media. So research about the social media is called analysis. And analytics, I don't know properly, but the tools used for that research may be analytics.
Okay. Not exactly. Actually, both terms are for analyzing the data. Both are the terms for the same thing. But
Okay.
I'm not saying that this is very correct. If you will look into your books, you can get a different understanding, or you can get some different terms over there written for it. But to a layman terms, analysis is something to research which is already happened in past. Okay, and
Yes, yes.
analytics is something where we do the analysis so that we can predict what is going to happen in future. Okay, analysis is to analyze the past events, why it occurred. But analytics is to see what is the future possibilities of this event happening again. Let's look into more detail. For analysis, suppose there is a database of a user. Okay. Akash, are you a common like CA student, IT student, or a professional? What you are?
So I have been BTech from mechanical engineering.
Oh, you are a mechanical engineer.
Yes.
Okay. Let me tell you, I know for most of you, perspective will change after hearing this. I have completed my graduation in mechanical engineering. Okay.
Then how you going to
We'll surely discuss it for that, but I don't want to keep everything on this call or make this session boring. But yeah, also just gave me trainings. That's why I'm saying, right? Skill is something which is most required stuff. They gave me the skills. I was not having the knowledge, they gave me the skills. I got the skills, I read myself, and now I have a set of knowledge and skill. I will not tell you the company name right now. I am working in world's 4 big companies. It's one of the 4 big companies of the world. Okay, it's based out of US, headquarters in New York, and I would say I am at least satisfied with that high package. I am having at least 6-digit monthly package. So I am very satisfied with this. So I would say, Akash, if you are pursuing your career in mechanical, well and good, because that's something you have. Before doing a graduation in mechanical, you must have some dream, right? Some passion. You don't lose that. On the other hand, if you're planning to go to some computer field or some electronics field, or you want to change your field, go ahead as long as you are with. Right now, I have engineers who graduated from computer science and IT from IITs and NITs working under me with the same experience. Okay, so it does not matter where from which field you are graduated. The matter is if you have the right skill and right knowledge.
That's why I came here, sir.
Okay, good. And you see, right? So far, whatever I told you, it's very easy, right? You can at least relate with your life. Similarly, it's science, computer science, right? Coding is not a rocket science, I would say. You are a mechanical guy and you must have read about Sturm and Tom, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
passed those exams. Computer
sir.
science is far easy than Sturm and Tom. Okay.
Yes, I have also learned about basic C programming in first year.
Okay, good. But I'm telling you, I have experienced it. It's so far easier than Sturm and Tom. Okay, so let's go. I will not go further.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just think that there is a database. You know the database, right? Just think of it. There is a database. So in that database, we have many data. We go. Just think of it like some company A made a sale in the year 2020-21. They got their customer base record. Okay. Now they want to make the analysis in which month there was the highest sale, in which month there was the lowest sale, and how it is. Then what they will do, they will get all the data, gather it on different data sets. Suppose people with the same age in one data set, people with same age in different data set, people from the same city in one data set, and so on. They can divide it based on age, they can divide it based on the city, location, anything it could be, right? So they will divide it and then they will see, okay, what category of people use my product most and in which location. That way they can focus on that field or on that area or on that generation more so that their sales can grow. On the other hand, they will think that occasion is already using my product, I should focus on the generation which is not using my product. That's also develop that strategy. They need that data, right, and do the analysis on that data. So that's how this analysis is over there. Divide the data in different data set and then analyze the data. How you're analyzing, we will look into that in further. But just understand that we have to look into a data by dividing it into different sets. Just think of it, your mother is cooking, she cannot put rice and rice and vegetables in same pot, right? She has to divide those. Same way, you have to divide the data to analyze it. What analysis will do? They will tell you why your sale decreased in this given financial year, why your customer were not reaching you, what happened to your company, how your company grew, why your company went down. All that will be done in analysis. I'm not saying that as a part of your job you will be doing that, but it depends what you are working on. You might be developing a tools to analyze it, you might be writing a code to get it out of it, anything could be there. But before doing anything, you must know what the analysis is, why we do the analysis, and what is our main focus for doing that analysis. Okay, so it will tell you why the past event happened. Now, what is analytics? So we just discussed, right? Analytics is looking into the past data to predict the future. Yeah, someone want to say something? No? Okay. So analytics is like you have to see like what happened in past so that you can get the experience out of it and focus it in future, and then predict what should they do to achieve the future growth. Basically, I would say. So suppose a company A is there. Okay. So for that company A in 2020-21, sale went down in month of, but in month of May it again like boosted to doubles compared to April. So what they will do, they will focus on their data. They will see what happened in April, how much who was the person who were not purchasing or who were not involved in, right? So what they will know, in April I sold 100 products. In month of May I sold 200 products. So and they will do the production right. They will do it similar way. They will not produce 200 products in month of April. They produce 20 products in month of April and 250 products in month of May, because they know about it. They can predict it. That's why they can maximize their profit, and that's where the analytics come into picture. I know it was a bit confusing and I might be boring you, so let me take you to your real life example. You remember when you were you were a kid, you were going to school, you missed your bus a day. Have ever that happened to you? You missed your school bus? I know someone are laughing in their heart because it was happening to them daily. No? At least I was there. So what happened to you as a kid, right? Day one we missed by half an hour. Okay. Next day your mom gave you slap. Okay. Next day you are late by 15 minutes. Okay. Next day your mom gave you 2 slap. Third day you are on time. No? So your mom learned how to make you punctual by slapping you, increasing your count of slaps, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's analytics done by your mom. Similar way, companies also do the analytics to predict the future forecasts, like how they should grow, which is completely a part of analytics. So if you still remember, if you're still focusing on this webinar, so I just told you, right? There is a term analysis and analytics. You remember? Hello. Yes. So can you compare with that when I told analysis is a past event analyzing, and then analytics is predicting the future. So do you get some idea on that part now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you give me one example of analytics from your life?
So I think exam preparation and all, if you get less marks in one particular exam, the next time you can, based on the performance that we did before, we can do it well in the next exam. So that can come under analytics.
Yeah, that's a good example. We were doing that, right? We were seeing in our midterm where we failed, where we scored less marks on
Yes, so this happened with me daily, sir.
So that's an analytics.
Actually, I put alarm in the morning to get up early, but I couldn't. So I put next day when I woke up, I saw that I got late. So I put mobile far from the bed, so I could get up early.
Got it. Just see, that's also a form of analytics. Okay.
Yes, sir.
These terms, right, which we use in business life, they are arrived from our daily life itself. It's just the way that we are now calling them professional. Okay, if someone still asks me, right, is what you are doing as a professional, I still say I am a student, I am still learning. Okay, I am working majorly with the cyber security, and there is a specific technology over there for cyber security where I am working. I have been working on that technology for last 5 years constantly. Total experience is 7 years. 5 years I have been working for that. I am learning daily. And let me tell you, so far, if someone asks me what is your understanding about that particular technology, I can say 10%. That's it. I am still learning daily. So I am still a student. I am not a professional. Okay. And I am doing my analytics over there. Okay. Any doubt between analysis and analytics? Because the next slide which I will be showing you right over there, we will be discussing about analysis and analytics, and I'm not going to tell you what is analytics and analysis if you will ask me over there. Okay. So but we see that analysis is just about doing the future prediction, right? So there are two types of analysis. One is qualitative another is quantitative. You are engineer grown up, you well know, right? What is quality and what is quantity, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So what we get from the qualitative. Qualitative is something which we derive through our intuitions or analysis. You don't do any maths, okay?
Yes, sir.
You will look at some person, right, at their face, and then you will recognize, hey, it's Ram, hey, it's Sumit, hey, it's Akash, hey, it's Amol. That's your intuition, right? You're not doing any maths over there. So, right, when you
Yes, sir.
see a picture of 10 people, you could recognize 10 out of 12, right? That's also an analytics, that you are predicting that these 10 people are these guys and I know them. That's completely based on your intuition, right? You did an analysis based on your intuition. That's a qualitative analytics.
Yes, sir.
But when you use the maths formula, algorithm, coding, then it will be a quantitative analytics, where you use some specific data, use some formulas to do that analysis. I know I am again saying analytics, although this term can also be used for analysis, but I am specifically using those for analytics because we will be using this term in next slide. Okay, so just keep this picture in your mind. Any doubt from this slide? Because I will be using this particular slide in the next slide. No, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whosoever is still quiet or is there on this session, I don't know how many are there, but I am still thinking that you are good so far.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
so okay, so let's now do a last section of this webinar. I know I have been stretching your time a bit more. So let's think the box. Don't go with the size, shape. Just think it's a business, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just think you are a professional. Don't think you are still a student. You are a professional now. So what a business need? In a business, to grow our business, we need the reporting with visuals. Basically, the reports of all the data, whatever we had with visuals. Because if you will go to a manager, you cannot say, hey, I did 10 items today. You cannot simply go and tell him. You have to draw something, show him on picture. Okay, you cannot just put yourself on like Teams call and then say, hey, sir, I have done 10 items today and I have developed 4 lines of code. You cannot do that. And you can also not show him 4 lines of code. What you have to do
Yes,
is,
sir.
you have to put something slide or something, anything, and show him. You can just come to like, just take an example of Ram. Hey Ram, I have done this part. You have to show it something on screen, visuals. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's something which a business requires. I just gave you a micro example for a daily status. It's usually there are monthly status, yearly status, and all those stuff. So we need a reporting with visuals. To report with visuals, we need to create some dashboards. A dashboard is something where you will just show all the data, graph, and everything. I know these terms are a bit technicals, which are mostly used by the professionals, but I think you will get used to it if you will continue with the session. Then the preliminary data report. Preliminary data report is nothing but like you got the data, you clean the data as saw in the first slide, right? That statistician was doing. Was getting the data, cleaning the data, formatting the data, right? Those are all something which comes under the preliminary data report. Then sales forecasting, using the data to forecast the sale. Again, you cannot go to them, right? Hey, next year it will be increased by double. No, you have to show something. That's sales forecasting. Then comes the qualitative analytics, and then comes the business case studies. These are the few terms which usually are used for a business to grow the business. I know Shivam is there, right? Shivam, you there? Hello? Shivam, you there? I don't think he is there. Actually, Shivam is from ISIE. He is a good friend of mine.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello, yes.
Yeah. So, in your day-to-day job, out of these 6 items, which one you are doing mostly? I know you are doing the management work mostly over there, right? So, out of these, which one you are doing? Reporting with visuals, creating dashboards, preliminary data reports, sales forecasting, quantitative analysis or business case studies?
Qualitative analytics, business case studies.
Okay, this is what you're doing, yeah? Okay, then you're not a data science guy, okay?
No.
Why I'm saying this thing, I will tell you, okay? Now, everyone will say that thing, okay? Not just me. Remember, everyone, Shubham is doing qualitative analytics and business case studies, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, now let's introduce one more box over here. Let's call it for data. Again, this is a business, right?
Yes.
Business is something where we try to sell something, gain some profit or something, right? Business motto is that, right? Gain profit.
Yes,
Profit
sir.
could be in any form. It could be in asset, it could be in money, it could be in reputation, it can be anything. But I'm just talking about the business saying that we want to get some profit. That's it. To get this profit, these are the few requirements. But when I say data, data may not be always for profit. Okay, we are just talking right now, right? Although this is also for profit. I am giving you the profit. I am getting a profit that I got a chance to interact with the student at least. At least one student or two students are talking, right? I can get my student life. I can think of that part at least. So that's also a profit. But again, this is not always for profit or loss. Okay. So we introduced another box. This part is overlapping with business. Means over here we are using this data for doing the business. But if anything will comes under this, right, that will not be done for business or for gaining the profit. That will be a data. Okay.
Okay.
Confusing or clear?
Clear.
Am I clear? Okay. Actually, I'm just. This is my first time when I'm teaching a student. I have taken session on job trainings for professionals, but this is my first time for students, so I might not be that interactive or I might not be giving you that confidence. But please stop me, please interrupt me in between if you have any doubt anywhere, right? And moreover, this is an online session, so you might not be getting that interactive or you might be sleeping. I don't know what you are doing, right? But just ask me whenever you think anything.
Okay.
So now I need 6 people who can tell me which of these items will be going into data. First, let's talk about the reporting with visuals. Does it involve data? Can anyone tell me? Does reporting with visuals involve data?
Yes, sir, because it has certain information.
Great. So let's put this reporting with visuals under data. Next comes the creating dashboards. Do we need data to create a dashboard?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right?
Yes, sir.
Great. So let's put it over there. Next comes the preliminary data report. So I think everyone will say yes because it's already saying data report, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
I will put this directly. I will not ask anyone. What about the sales forecasting?
Without data, you can't forecast sales.
Okay, good. What about the qualitative analytics?
It will not be done, sir.
Why? Okay, what about the business case study? Huh? Yeah, please.
Analytics also require data.
Yeah, analytics will require the data, but does it need formulas to do the analytics? Qualitative is mostly based on your intuition, right? Whatever you see here, based on that. It's basically a human understanding, so it will not go under data. What about the business case studies? This will also not go under data because business case studies are based on experience. Shubham is there, he will be experiencing something, he went to one college and saw something, understood something, then he will report it back to their seniors, leaders. That's his experience, right? He did not use any data over there, but just based on his experience, he wrote those case studies. So it will not go under that data. Okay? So we will keep those still in the business. So let's rearrange this data a bit more. Okay, so what I will do is I will draw a line in between to show this is for the past, this is for the future, this is for the present. This line is showing present. Okay. So just before few slides we read about it, right? What happened in past doing the analysis is called analysis, and for future prediction what we call it?
Analytics.
Analytics, right? So whatever we were having those 6 items, right? So we will arrange those based on business analysis, analytics, data analysis, and data analytics. Okay. So I have already done few of it. Business case studies. Okay. This is telling us about the past event. Okay. Although they can be used for forecasting, but not always. Business case studies are basically to understand what happened and why it happened. Okay, so we kept it under business analysis. Qualitative analytics is again, analytics is for future reference, for forecasting. Based on intuitions or human understanding, they will just say, okay, next, if for last 10-year data, if sale is increasing in month of May, right? So without looking at data, you can simply say, right, in month of May it will increase, right?
Yes, sir.
If you are just think of a shopkeeper, right? He's ordering 10 items in a year, and all those 10 items are getting sold in month of May. Then from future onward, he will be purchasing those in month of May itself, right?
Yes, sir. That may be correct, sir.
Right. So that's a qualitative. He's doing the quality analysis on each shop and seeing, hey, it's just getting like sold out in month of May itself, and why should I purchase in month of month of March or Feb? I will purchase in month of April or May, right? So that's a qualitative analytics. I have not divided these items. So now tell me which of these should go under analytics. I want an answer from you.
वीकली तो अच्छा हफ्ते का तो बेच नहीं है ना कि इससे छोटा बड़ा क्या करा
Anyone?
Kindly use the report of all weekly
Sales forecasting.
That's it. I think a few more words were there from a few ladies, right? So, Miss, can I have your opinion? Is there anything else than sales forecasting?
So what about preliminary data report?
Yeah, so that data report is basically prepared to do the further forecasting. Okay, so that does not come under the analytics, that is analyzing the old data. But forecasting is something which we are doing for the future.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is correct so far. So only sales forecasting will come under data analysis. All these are still under business because they were related to the business, right?
Yes, sir.
But not always everything will be there for a business. Okay, so whatever is required where we need some formula, some tool or some models to prepare and do the data analysis, right? That will all come under the data science. There could be things where we don't need the where we don't need formulas to do the analysis, or we don't need some intuitions over there. Okay, this could be some direct process where we are just doing the data analysis. That will come over here in this area. But any data part where we need some formula, some method, some models to that analysis, it could be analysis or analytics, that will come under data science. Do you want me to repeat?
Yes, sir.
Which part?
The last part you told him that
How the data science.
Okay. You understand that till before data science, right? Data was there and we divided it between this.
Yes, sir.
That was the old picture. But not every data needs a formula. I will give you few examples where we don't need the formula. Okay. Just think of how many of you know the electronics Okay, let's leave the electronics behind. When we speak in our mic,
Yes,
right,
sir.
you can immediately hear it in some speakers.
Yes, sir.
Right, that's data signal processing is there in electronics, right? Do we need any formula or method for that? It's just a mechanism process developed internally by the diodes and all those electronic components, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? Those electronic components will convert that what you are speaking into the digital pulses,
So,
and that
but
pulses will be aggregated.
they will also acquire the data, no? That what will be the frequency, what frequency will be transferred to the speaker.
But that do not require direct formulas, right?
Yes, sir.
See, that machine don't need a formula to analyze your voice, right?
Yes, sir.
Whatever voice it will get, it will convert it into digital signals and will transfer it to your speakers, and speaker will convert it back and then give you the same voice, right? It will not do any analysis on that, or it will not do anything, right? Data is involved. I'm not saying data is not involved. Data is involved, but they're not doing any processing on that data.
Yes.
Right? However, as it will just convert it into the data signals, and then signals and pulses will be transferred to speaker, and speaker will convert them again and give you sound, right?
Yes, sir. So that is called data science.
No, that is not called data science. That is out of data science picture. In this box, you see the pink box.
Yes, sir.
That digital processing will come under the data analytics of pink box. But anything where we need some formula, where we need some tool, where we need some mechanism to process that data. We got a pile of data, okay? Now we want to convert it into information. We understand the difference between data and information. Data could be any set of data, right? Information, right? Any set. It could be someone throw a pile of data on you, some pile of information. I'm sending a pile of information to you, right? Your brain will convert that into the information. That okay, I'm learning data science, right? Your brain is converting that pile of data into an information. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So someone is converting that pile of data into an information, right?
Yes, sir.
So if to convert that pile of data into information,
Yes,
we
sir.
would need some formula, some tool, some mechanism, like sale forecasting, right? Without using some formulas, you cannot do the sale forecasting, right? At least you would need basic math formula, right?
Yes, sir.
To do the sales forecasting. For doing the reporting with visuals, creating dashboards, preliminary report, for all this stuff we would need data and their conversion mechanism. We would need some, if you're creating a dashboard, right? Have you ever worked with Excel? Anyone
Yes,
worked
sir.
with Excel? Those graphs and stuff?
Yes, sir.
Those, right? So in that, right, for drawing those graphs you need some formula, right? At the back end,
Yes, sir.
actually doing some formula and creating those graphs, right? You create those pivot table, right? For that also actually using some formulas, right?
Yes, sir.
So anywhere where we use the formulas, models or tools to convert a pile of data into information, okay, that thing is a data science. It could be a manual process, it could be an automated process, a robot could be involved, a person could be involved, anything could be there. But that's a data science. Your brain is processing the data which I am giving you into information. That is also a data science. Do you get my point? Data science is the thing, but converting the pile of data into information. How you are doing that? You are using some specific mechanism for that. Got it? I gave you example of DSP, right? Data signal processing for data analytics. In that we gave a pile of data to machine. Machine did the processing and throw back that pile of data itself, right? It did not do any conversion to make it as information, right?
Yes, sir.
But we have those eco boxes, right? Dot boxes, eco boxes, Siri, and all those Amazon eco dots, right?
Yes, sir.
what we do with those, or Siri or your phone and you might be having any woman talking inside it. I'm not saying a woman. In Apple phone we are calling it Siri, right? You will just give some command to that Siri and she will process your request, right? You will say, hey, call Sudha, and she will tell
In
my
Microsoft it is called Cortana.
I don't know all those stuff actually. I'm not much interacting with those stuff with their for their name. Okay, but that is there, right? That processing is not just analytics. That is a data science. You understand the difference? When you're talking speaking into mic, same word came out of speaker. That is data analytics without data science. But when you give a command to Siri and Siri process that data to give you some information, to do some action, that is a data science. Still confusing? No? Yes?
Yeah, no sir.
Confusing?
No, sir.
Clear? Okay, then let me ask you one example and you tell me if that is a data science or data analytics, okay?
Okay.
Okay. In your car, okay,
Yes sir.
you pressed a button and that played a music on item number 4 in your playlist. Is that a data science or data analytics?
Is it data analytics?
No data science?
How so?
No, I'm asking. I'm not saying. I'm asking.
So I think it's
But
data
for-
analytics.
Huh?
It is data analytics sir.
Analytics.
Okay, good. That's a data analytics because you just gave a right command, type button 4, and it played the 4 number items. It did not do any processing, it just saw, okay, 4, played, right?
Yes sir.
Now, you are in some high-tech car and you say, hey, play item number 4. And it played that for you. Is it a data analytics?
It is data science sir.
Okay, so you're good, right? But let me tell you, whatever is a data science, right? It is a data analytics or data analysis.
Okay.
Okay, but not the vice versa. Everything
Okay,
which
sir.
come under data analytics is not data science, but everything which come under data science will be a data analytics or data analysis.
Okay sir.
Confused?
No. No sir.
What about you, ma'am?
No, sir, it's clear.
Clear, right? You can ask me still. If you are having that doubt, you can still ask me because we are just doing these basics. We have not gone up. Further, we would be having few more sessions where I will be teaching you Python, I will be giving you introduction about AI, machine learning, I will tell you how robot work. There's a lot of stuff in our queue. This is just very basic. So if you are having any doubt, please let me know.
So please give me an example of this, that every data science is data analytics.
Okay, so you are switching it again now. This is a box. You see this box?
Yes sir.
Everything which is under this box is a data analytics or data analysis. If it's apart from this, like left side of this line is analysis, right side is analytics, right? But whatever come under this will be doing something with data analysis or analytics. Okay?
Okay sir.
But not everything which come under this box. Sorry. Whatever come under this box is data science. Right?
Yes sir.
This box is part of this box, right? This box is part of the larger box, pink color box, right?
Yes sir.
So whatever comes under data science will be a part of data analysis or analytics, but not all data analytics or analysis
Part of
comes under data science.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we just took example, right? We gave a command button 4 and it played a music. It did some analysis, right? It saw that okay, we pressed 4 and then played the 4 item number, right? It still did some analysis, but it did not process it through some mechanism, right?
Yes, sir.
We just gave a pulse, the pulse ran to the system and gave the system a command, run item number 4 and it ran, right?
Yes,
No
sir.
formula is used, basic electronic configuration is there, right? Item number 4, button number 4, item number 3, button number 3, right? It's a basic electronic configuration. Processing is still there, right?
Yes, sir.
But they did not use any formula, any mechanism, any tool
Yes,
to
sir.
do the conversion or to understand what information we gave, right? They did some analysis, it falls under this box, but it does not fall under this box because they did not do any conversion of the data, processing of the data. But when we give a verbal command, you speak something, right? Hey, item number, you should play item number 4. Then what system will do? System will convert your voice. Then we'll see, okay, this voice is saying number 4. Then it will send the same command which was sent when we press the 4 number button, right? Then it will do that item. When we say something and it analyzes that we are saying 4, that is done by data science. After analyzing that it's a 4 and it played that music, right? That's not a data science. Do you get my point now?
Yes, sir.
Whatever is under data analytics is, sorry, whatever comes under data science will be a data analytics, but not a vice versa. All data analytics will not be data science. Okay, and don't get confused that I have just made this box bigger and this is left some small portion of it. It does not matter, it does not say that only few items are there which are not under data analytics. Okay, don't get confused with this size. Okay,
Okay.
data analytics and analysis is a wide, what do I say, like it has a very wide scope, whereas data science has a bit low scope. Okay, don't go with the size, I just made it because I have a size limitation over there. Okay, and also I have time limitation. Now they are taking me, I will just fast forward it. Okay, please stop me wherever you. Okay, so far whatever we discussed, like reporting, dashboarding, forecasting, everything was for business, right? Where we were getting some profit using that tool or something, right?
Yes, sir.
But there could be some other example of data science which is not used for direct business. When I say direct business, this will not give us the direct profit, but it will still be a data science. You are a mechanical guy, right? So
Yes, sir.
drilling option, drilling, you know, drilling.
Yes. Yeah.
In layman term, doing holes in something.
Yeah. I know, sir.
Okay. So in industry, they have to optimize their operation, right?
Yes, sir.
What happened for the brand? We go with branded, right? In branded, we have better quality, right?
Yeah.
In non-branded, we don't have that better quality,
Yeah.
right? Similar way in drilling operations also, right? We need a hole of 10 mm.
Yeah.
If they are not optimized, they can give us 11 mm or 9 mm. But if it is optimized, they will try to make it very near to 10, right?
Yeah.
This is not giving us the business, right? But it's still a data science because over there we are doing some mechanism, some method to optimize that drilling so that it will be nearby 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Over there we are, engineers will sit over there, think in their mind what should we do to optimize it. Because see, it's just a drill bit rotating over there, right?
Yeah.
It could create 10, 11, 9. Anything of it can come out of it, you know it, right?
Yes,
A
sir.
minor mistake can also make it 12.
Yes, sir.
But if we need 10, how can we give 10? That's an engineer will think, optimize it.
Yes.
He will use a lot of data, then process the data, and then we'll see how we did that so that we could get the 10. Like if I am working on the same site, you are working on the same site, I am producing all 10, you are producing all 11, or vice versa. You are producing all 10 and I am producing all 11. The engineer will come to me, see how I am doing work and how you are doing work. So he will look into those methods, process the data, something will do, right? That's also a data science. But that is not giving us a direct profit, remember. That is improving the quality but not giving the direct benefit. That's why it falls out of business box. Okay. So remember, data science is not always about business. Okay. We talked about data analytics, digital signal processing, right? Few minutes before that. Not everything which comes under data analytics will be a data science.
Yes, sir.
So there's an example of it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Optimization of drilling is a data analytics, but it's also a data science. Digital signal processing, this is not a data science, this is just a data analytics. I hope you're still clear with that, you're not confused. If you're confused, I can repeat it. Okay. Okay. There is one more term. I will just do it a bit fast. I know I have been taking a lot of time of yours. There is a term business intelligence, BI. You will see when you will be started in your professional career, right? You will see this term a lot, business intelligence, BI. What these BIs are doing? They are nothing. They are just doing the past data analysis through data science and creating their reports. Basically, giving the giving the business an intelligent solution or intelligent view of the past data. Nothing less, just doing the data science in a different way, so that specifically focusing on business. It's not a big term, it's just they created a different term so that they can specifically say that this data science is only for business. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Don't get confused with it. But now the important thing which came is AI and machine learning. Okay, all these we saw, right? Data reports, self forecasting, sales forecasting, everything, reporting. We can do these simply with Excel, right? We can just use the MBAs or becomes formula, master's degree or business degrees formulas, and we can generate those with the manual effort also, right? But if we are using a robot to do it, if we are using some tool, some software to do it, that will come under machine learning or AI. So before I go with that, let me tell you what AI is. AI is a wider term. Basically, it is trying to mimic the human effort. It's a human effort. However, human does it, right? Whatever human does, it is trying to mimic that process, the way of thinking, the way of doing. In a layman term, you can say that is an artificial intelligence. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. I'm not saying that everyone will tell you this thing, but this is truth. Artificial intelligence is a subset, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Whatever we are doing for machine learning will be an artificial intelligence. Okay, this is for your information only. I am not going to explain more about artificial intelligence. There will be a completely different set of sessions for that. I will talk more about machine learning. When you say machine learning, what pictures come to your mind? There is a washing machine and we are teaching him by reading some book, right? That is machine learning. What do you think? When I first heard the machine learning word, right, I was sitting near a drilling machine at that time. I was doing something in college and when I heard it, and I was thinking that I will be sitting in front of a drilling machine and I will teach that how to do it. That is something which came to my mind, to be honest. What is coming to your mind when you heard this word machine learning? Anyone? I'm not asking.
Instruction to it, like to do certain things, the machine.
Which machine? But which machine is coming to your picture? What is coming to your picture? You are imagining, right? Whenever we say anything, we do imagine that in our mind. If you are not doing that, then you are doing something wrong. Let me be very honest. Okay. If you will say Sumit, right? A picture will be drawn in your mind. Okay, this could be Sumit. That not be the may or may not be the Sumit, but that will come to your mind. Okay, this is a Sumit. So, right. Similar way, when you will say water bottle, a bottle will come into your pictures, whichever is near to it. Right? You will see that water bottle in your pictures. So when you see machine learning, what comes to your mind? It could be some picture, right? What I just told, right?
Immediately I just got a robot in front of me because these terms were a little fancy about like the learning about robots and stuff like that.
So a robot came to your picture and you are giving instruction to a robot. That comes to your mind, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Good. Yeah, I'm expecting that from most of you, but I'm just trying to see if anyone has a different picture. Like I had that, right? I had that drilling machine in my picture where I think of that drilling machine and I'm teaching that drilling machine. That came to my mind. What else? Any funny thought? No, it's okay, sir. Okay, let's take an example of robot itself. Okay, so suppose you have to teach a robot to do the archery. You know the archery, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have to tell robot, let's do the archery. You will set a target and you will draw a few boxes over there and you will say you have to hit that center red box. Right? Robot
Yes,
don't
sir.
know, right, how to do it. Then you will teach him that you have to like pick this bow and then stretch it and then you have to leave it. So in that way he will first understand how to leave a bow out of archer, right?
Yes, sir.
As you will keep teaching him, you will tell that okay, you have to set your goal at this height, you have to stretch it at this length and then leave it out. As time grows, as you will teach that robot will keep improving, right?
Yes, sir.
Or even better, let me take an example of normal day life. Take an example of a small kid. Everyone has kids in their home, right? At least not home, that at least in relatives. How you start teaching them? First you will teach them ABCD, then you will teach them few more word formation, right? And so
Yes,
on.
sir.
You are teaching them, right? Similar
Yes,
way we teach machines. We will give them first few set of command. We will see if they are processing it. If they are processing it well, then we will give you more command to improve their processing. Okay, machine could be anything. It could be anything. When I say anything, it could be a software, it could be a robot, it could be your washing machine, it could be your fan, it could be your light, everything. These days the concept of smart electronics, right? Not
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes.
Smart
Yes, sir.
electronics. You will come
Yes,
and
sir.
that light will glow. If you will just be at some distance, that light will
Yeah.
glow off automatically. Fan will switch on, change the speed. AC will switch on, switch off. Machine, you will say, hey machine start, machine will start, and so on. That's smart electronics. All those smart electronics are developed by machine learning. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
They have a set of instruction given to them and they are processing those instructions. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So there are a few examples in different sections where machine learning is used. I'm just giving you a few examples. So this particular section, you can see this, right? This is an intersection of business intelligence, data science, and business. Right?
Yes, sir.
Creating real-time dashboards. What is creating real-time dashboards? I am sitting over my system. Have you seen that stock graph?
Yes,
Ever
sir.
seen some stock graph? You see that, right?
Yeah.
It keeps on
Yes, sir.
changing. It keeps on
Yes, sir.
changing every
Yes,
second.
sir. Yes, sir.
Right? That is real-time dashboard of a stock price change. Okay, so what do you think? Is there someone sitting over there and drawing that? No, right?
No, sir.
We taught it to a software that data will be on this platform. You have to pick the data, analyze it, and draw this graph. Okay.
Yes,
That
sir.
real-time dashboarding is done by machine learning. Almost 20 years back, when it was a time of statistician, right? It was done manually. What was happening? Someone was sitting over there, a statistician was sitting over there, he was collecting the data, he was entering it in books, then after entering into the book, he was feeding it in the computer, and then there was a large screen at stock exchange market, which was displaying, okay, this is the current rate, this is the graph. That was 20 years back. That was done manually. That was also part of data science, but that was done manually at that time. But now we use machine learning to do that work, and so we are creating a real-time dashboard out of it. That's a machine learning. We replaced a human, taught a machine to do it, and machine is doing it very well. Any doubt? Any confusion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
That real-time dashboard is also giving us benefits, so that's why we are calling it under business. Okay?
Yes, sir.
But that dashboard is being drawn using past data, right?
Yes, sir.
Past event. But if you take an example of cyber securities, in your phone, right, you have all those banking apps, right?
Yes,
Those,
sir.
if there is any suspicious banking transaction, you will receive an email, right? Usually, I don't know the SB bank, but private banks will send you, if there is a suspicious transaction from your account, is that you? Or Google to send those notifications. There is a suspicious login on your account, is that you? Please verify, and all those stuff, right?
All the social media platform also sending notification that your device has been logged on from different location.
So there is no human sitting over there, right, to give you those instructions.
Yes,
We
sir.
taught machine that if this is the scenario, then do it. Okay, if you will log in on your lab machine 5 times, it will not send you the notification. But if you will log in on other machine, it will send you the notification, right?
Yes, sir.
So that is something taught to the software that if user is using his own machine, don't send the notification. Only send the notification when it's a different machine. Similar way, whenever a suspicious transaction happen in banks, right, they send you notification saying that, hey, this is suspicious. How software know this is suspicious? We use the past data, we taught the machine, now machine is using it for future possibilities to see it. That's why this cyber security part is on the right side. We are using the past data but doing the future forecast. Got it?
Yes, sir.
We encountered one scenario in past where a hacker logged in into the client environment. Okay.
Okay.
He used some method, I will not tell you because that is business specific information and we are not allowed to pass on that information, but somehow it managed to. So the client came to us saying that, hey, there was a breach, we could disrupt the breach, now the environment is safe, but we want to ensure that that breach will not happen again. Okay, so now what we did, we implemented a software or a technique where it was monitoring every login or every connection which was coming from the source or a user. Okay, we told the machine if this is coming from the employees, it can pass on it. If it is coming from external or any suspicious, block it. That is a machine learning. Okay, we taught the system, don't allow these type of persons. Usually there are specific patterns and it can be easily identified. We identified those patterns, we gave it to the command, and now system is working fine. At least till date, they could not breach, they could not do any breaching, they don't have any cyber attacks so far. But hackers are hacker, right? There is always a loophole. They will try to find more. So we will keep on improving. They will do attack, we will find their pattern, we will add that to the machine learning and we'll tell, hey, don't allow this person also. That's an improvement. Okay? Machine learning is not a perfect world. It's always, as a human, right? I told you, I'm still learning, right? So
Yes,
machine
sir.
learning is a day-to-day learning process where we improve that.
Yes.
And let me tell you, till date, human could only do artificial intelligence through machine learning. They have not reached to the state where they can do the artificial intelligence without machine learning. Few are there, they say no, the human has reached to that point, but at least in my experience, I have never seen that case. I asked few of them, give me some example. There was some controversy was there, but no one could give a satisfactory answer on that. So far, officially, human could not do any artificial intelligence without machine learning. Okay, we know that about, right? Siri. Siri is also a machine learning tool. How the Siri is machine learning tool? There are predefined commands. Hey Siri call, hey Siri search, those, right? If you will say hey Siri dance, Siri cannot dance, right? Because they never taught Siri to dance. It could not that if you will say hey Siri dance and Siri will put it on vibration, right? It will never happen, right? Have you tried that?
But I have tried something else.
Did that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then they might have taught it.
At least I am a genius. I have tried everything.
Okay,
Not
I tried to
Siri,
do it.
but
I
with
tried
Google.
Siri dance. You say I could not recommend you a command.
Yeah.
It happened in past. They might have taught Siri about dancing. It was like 3 to 4 years back. Someone told me, hey, try, ask Siri to dance. But it did not work for me. But again, there's also machine learning. They have to tell Siri, if you will receive this command, you have to do this thing. Siri cannot itself do it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But again, doing the cyber security is also a business, right? Over there, we are protecting our client. You are a client to your bank, right? Bank is protecting you. That's also a business. Okay, so that's also come under the business. But there is one example where we are doing the machine learning for data science, but it's not a business. Example, speech to text, right? There are few tools or apps where you will just speak, hey, I am Sumit, and it will write, hey, I am Sumit. Have you seen that app? If no, you can go to Google Play or whatever app store you are using, and then you can say, type speech to text, and you will get some. If they are free, they will not be very accurate, but at least they can read some of the commands. Okay, that's also machine learning. They have taught them that if you hear this type of word, write this. Okay, but again, someone say that it comes under data science. Some also say it is not a part of data science. It's a controversial, but I call it data science. That's why I put it over here. Any doubts so far? I know this is a very messy diagram over here. Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Also,
Is it very clear? Sure. Tell me an example of artificial intelligence where we are not using the machine learning. Can anyone?
Well, right now you told that without machine learning there cannot be artificial intelligence, then how can I give you
Have you
example?
seen that movie Robot? Robot
Yes,
1.0,
sir.
2.0. That
Yeah,
robot
I
is an
have seen
artificial intelligence without machine learning. Although that's not a real, but we have some visuals of it, right?
Yes, sir. So how?
That type of robot is not a machine learning. That's a complete artificial intelligence. Over there, that movie hero Rajnikant, right? He cannot teach
Yeah.
that robot everything. But he was doing everything on itself, right? Sometimes he was becoming gun, sometimes he was becoming a tank, he was flying, and he was doing all those stuff, right? You could not teach him all those stuff, right? That's a machine learning. And if you have seen, that's also not completely artificial intelligence. In that movie, they were showing something, right? They were
Yes.
teaching him how to read the emotions. There
Yes,
was a
sir.
part in that movie, right? You remember?
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
teaching
yeah.
it what type of emotions it is, happy, sad, and all those. You
Yes,
remember?
sir.
That's a
Yes.
good example of machine learning. They're telling machine these are the expressions you have to read in future. Okay, that's a good example of machine learning. I forgot I should have bring it up earlier, but no one tell that machine that you have to kill people, right? And how to kill people. That's an artificial intelligence without machine learning. Got it?
Yes, sir.
If we have not taught anything to machine itself analyze it. That's artificial intelligence, and human has not reached to that level yet. Okay.
But I have heard in news that a computer developed that can understand a human's mind and can work accordingly.
Is it official?
I have heard in news. I have read in newspaper.
You can hardly think. You have seen those videos floating on internet where they have a robot, something like dog shape.
Yeah.
It can attack human also and those stuff, right? All those are animated,
Yeah.
you know. Someone was we were having a controversial discussion that hey, you have not seen those videos over there. It was happening. I said I have seen those. Those robots are not fake. Those are true. But I have never seen them attacking in real life. I have seen those robots in actual also. It's not like I have not seen. I have seen those robots, but they have specified instructions. They can balance themselves. They can do everything. But whatever something is taught to them, they can only do that only. They cannot attack you with it unless you teach them to attack. Okay.
But I have also heard the news that some countries are preparing their robotic armies, and how that robot will work means if they.
So I'm saying research is going on. It's not official yet. Research is still going on, but no one could confirm that okay, this is the thing which I developed without machine learning. If they are developing the robotic army right, that will be just like sitting over there. If you will give the command, hey fire, they can fire. If they will say don't fire, don't fire. There are smart cars, right? Smart cars. You can also call that artificial intelligence, but they have predefined specific set of information given to them. Smart cars. They can self-drive, right? They can drive themselves. But what is the command given to them? They have sensor all around it.
Yes.
Okay. They will see if some object is at 10 meter distance. It should have to prevent itself from that 10-meter distance or something like that. It has a speedometer, not speedometer, speed capturing meter, I would say. So it will see if something is coming to it with that speed, so it will slow down, it will give that side. So all those are installed instrument in it and are given the instruction, if the reading of this instrument reaches to this level, you have to perform this action. That car cannot think of itself. There are, what I say, thousands or millions line of code sitting over there, using which that is being processed by the car, but it cannot think of itself yet. Okay, if they are doing 100 items, it does not mean it could think itself. Those 100 items are being given as a command to that machine. Okay. Phone is a good example, right? Phone can do n number of work, right?
Yes,
but still, there is something coded in it. That's why it could work. I would say it's artificially intelligent if I will just say, hey, dance, and it will start dancing. Unless I will teach him. Okay. Any doubt?
No, sir.
I know I became a bit boring at the end.
No, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
No? Sure? This is the first time I see this screen blank. Otherwise, there were a lot of questions floating over there. Hey, why this, why that, and why this, and all that. Okay, let me ask you this one question. If you don't have anything, can you give me one more example where of data science where we do not have business involved? Can anyone? It's okay, no problem. Just think about it. If you think of it, at least give me 5 example of it if you can, and you can send it to these guys over email, and I will get the response from them. Okay. So that's all for the today's session. I know I could not be very explanatory, or I could not explain it a bit more. I was having this limited session for today. Nothing can be taught in one day and you will not be able to grasp it. So I just came up with very introduction, and I hope I could help you to get some understanding about data science. If I could, then I would say I was successful for this session at least. So that's all from my side. Any question, query for me? Please feel free to ask. That's all.
Yes. Thank you, sir. It was
Okay,
good
guys.
session.
Thank you, and
Sir, it was a very informative session, sir. You explained it with real-time examples also. Thank you so much.
thank good to hear that. I tried my best, but this is my first time dealing with the students. To be honest, I will not say anything else. I don't know what ISIE has told to you, but this is my first time with students. I have taken the session with professionals, but with students, this is my first time. So I hope you could get some good information from this, and I'm not sure or very sure, but I think they are planning for 2 more sessions, so you can connect with these guys if you want to attend further sessions. Shivam or Amol, over to you. Yeah,
Hello?
yeah, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done with the session. You can take over.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you for this session, sir. So I hope all the students and participants got to know about various aspects and the parameters about the data science. So yeah, thank you very much, sir, for this valuable time. Thank you all. We'll meet you again in the next session. Thank you.
Okay, thanks everyone. See you.